assume you're from a well-off family. Please don't take it the wrong way. I've heard you say you think you're funny, but I don't think you actually are. Today I'm going over your assumptions about me. Hopefully these are good. And about my cats. As long as you guys like my cats, I'm gonna be okay. No matter what you guys write. You seem to be a people pleaser, even if it's at your own expense, but you are a very sensitive girl with a great heart. I used to be a people pleaser. Those days are gone. I'm a people disappointer now. Definitely. I've disappointed many people, especially in my family. Well, it is what it is. You make some enemies along the way. You give a cool big sister vibe. Where's Lisa? Where's my little sister? Where's my little sister? So she can come and be like, Jessica's annoying. You are so friendly. Guys think you lead them on. I don't know, do they? Do they? Is this true? If I'm leading them on, maybe they're leading me on. Maybe that's plot twist. Maybe it's not me after all. I've heard you say you think you're funny, but I don't think you actually are. Doesn't mean your content isn't entertaining. You just don't make me laugh. That, I don't know why that in itself was funny to me. Honestly, sometimes I'm not funny. Sometimes I just say random stuff and I'm like, okay, maybe someone will not be sad anymore. You do more America's Next Top Model videos because they get more views. You know, it doesn't hurt that they do those videos do well, but also I love reaction videos. I love commentary and people seem to enjoy them. So it's like, give the people what they want, right? So people like them, I like making them, they're fun. I get to make the jokes and stuff, you know, it's everyone enjoys, some people enjoy it. I wouldn't do it because they get less views, but even though I have done that and I still continue to do that with my photography videos, but you don't change your personality for other people to be liked. That's right, because I don't want to appease other people. I don't want to change myself just so that you'll like me, because then you don't really like me. You like that version of me that's trying to appease you. So that's not even, but who is that? You would have been a stand-up comedian in another life. I don't know, I'm too scared. I feel like maybe, yeah, but just without the crowd. Like if I was just making jokes randomly in front of people, but they weren't paid to be there and they didn't care if I was funny or not. Is that the same thing? That's not. Very kind, maybe a little bit of a pushover. Yeah, definitely was a pushover back in the day, okay? So if you wanted something from me, like you missed, it was a few years ago, you missed the train, okay? It's gone, it's gone. 2023 has bestowed the wisdom upon me to no longer be a pushover and to say no. No, I don't wanna do this. No, I don't wanna go. No, no. It's great. It's a great word. You love being comfy at home with cute socks and some non-alcoholic beverage and would choose this over a party night out. I feel like you guys just know me. That's true. Fun fact, I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. When I tell people this, they do not believe me. They're like, oh, come on, I'm like, no, I've never had alcohol in my life and that's just not something I'm interested in. I'm definitely not a partier at all. I don't like being in, you know, a lot of people, loud music. You can't even talk to people. You can't even have a conversation. How am I gonna talk about cats to you and explain, how am I gonna explain to you why I had to cheat in Tears of the Kingdom if the music's so loud you can't hear me? I get the impression you are very family oriented. I am, but not by choice. Is that a joke or is that the truth? Okay, no, I love my family. I love my family. I'm very big on family. I'm very close to my family. I'm Arab. I feel like you, as an Arab, when you're born Arab, that's just one of the things, like it's a job requirement, being close to your family. It's a full-time job being Arab, what can I say? I think you're nice. Sometimes I wonder if you are trying to be not like other girls when you overstate how much you like eating a lot and playing video games. I grew up playing video games, watching my brother play video games. I remember my daddy getting us Nintendo 64 in the plastic. It was like a vacuum sealed plastic thing. Like when the N64 just came out, I was obsessed with Pokemon. I would play on my Game Boy in class behind the books. Like that was such a big part of my childhood growing up, video games. So I tend to bring that up a little bit more than often, and still, even till this day, I play on my Switch. I absolutely love Nintendo. But I definitely can see some people trying not to be like other girls, but at the same time, girls can also like video games and also just like things in general without it having an ulterior motive. I think I say whatever I say, not with an intention to try to appeal to certain people, because I really could care less. That's what I like. I wouldn't even say I'm a gamer because I'm scared of most games and I get anxiety shooting people. I don't even like those games, too violent. So I just play like the cute puzzle games in the meadows. And then you like brush a cat or something. That's what I like. You know, you have a farm on Harvest Moon, or you have a village in Animal Crossing. You design a village. So that's what I like. Is that like a gamer? I don't know. I don't think I'm just a girl who runs a town of 10 villagers and pays back taxes on a $2 million Bell house. I assume you're from a well-off family. Please don't take it the wrong way. I usually just assume people who can afford to go to school for photography or even consider a career in photography have to have some sort of financial support backing in the beginning process. But I do know you said you paid for all your equipment, so maybe I'm wrong. My family was not well off. My parents immigrated from Lebanon to United States, having really nothing, not knowing anybody. So it was very humble beginnings, I would say. The art school that I went to was very expensive. I had to take out loans in order to be able to go, and I filled out for financial aid. But at the end of my 4 years, I was left with around $78,000 worth of loans. And I was working a part-time job at the time. So it was very stressful to manage these loans. I had to work 2 jobs and almost 2.5 jobs at one point. This is how oblivious I was that people have their parents pay for college, okay? I was in the car with one of my classmates from college, and I was just asking her, I was like, so what are you gonna do about your loans? Like, how are you gonna deal with that? Because I was stressing out, okay? I had like $80,000. I had letters coming to my house, you know? So I was just asking her, I was like, how are you gonna deal with that? She's like, what loans? What do you mean? And I was like, your loans for school. She's like, oh no, my dad pays for that. And I was like, what do you mean your dad pays for your, she's like, yeah, my dad pays for my tuition. And I was like, people do that? People do that. Oh, that's the thing. That's real? That's not in the movies? That's when I realized that's a thing. That's not something I even thought was a real thing. Like parents really pay people's tuition.
Is your dad looking to adopt by chance? Okay. No? Okay. No, it's fine. I don't have loans. What's that?
Yeah, so that's when I knew that I'm not living in the same world as other people. All the trips that you see me go on, all the things that I paid for, I bought myself. I didn't have someone paying for my stuff. I never expected anyone to pay for my things. I don't want you guys to think that I'm from this wealthy family. That's so far from the truth. Had it not been for those struggles, I don't think I would have worked as hard, because I would have always had a safety net. I'm sure I didn't have a safety net. I either succeeded or I failed. It was just one or the other. I always assumed you had perfect skin until you opened up about your cystic acne. You are awesome for spreading accurate information and being transparent with your struggle. Much love. Oh, thank you so much. I feel like it's important to be transparent because I don't want anyone to think that I have perfect skin or that it's certain skincare. I mean, I tell people I was on Accutane. That's the only thing that cleared my skin, because I had tried for, I think, almost a year to just clear up my acne with other things, and nothing was working for me. And there was a point where around my birthday that somebody made a comment to me about my cystic acne, and it just really triggered me. And that's when I knew, like, I can't do this anymore. I had like a breakdown. So that's when I decided to go on Accutane, and that's finally when my skin started to clear up. And so I think it's really important to be honest about that, because again, I don't want people to see my skin and be like, oh, if you use a certain product, then you'll have clear skin like me. No, it's just the Accutane that did this. It's not because of a certain thing that I'm using. In some of my older videos, you'll see that I had my hair kind of like this. I was trying to cover up my cystic acne. Even during my Skillshare class, they were filming at like the height of my acne, my cystic acne. Obviously, I couldn't tell them, like, no, I don't want to film because I had cystic acne. So again, I just tried to cover as much of it as I could. And I was so self-conscious because they had this whole setup with cameras filming me, and I was doing a tutorial outside, and all I can think about was cover your acne, cover your skin. And also on top of that, the side effects of Accutane were taking a huge toll on my body. I had eczema rashes everywhere. I had really bad back pain. I could hardly walk. It was a rough time, definitely, but we've come out on the other side. From what I've seen on videos, it seems to me like you are more of an introverted person who is analytical and takes time to study people she is going to give her trust and friendship to. Then you are a very trustworthy friend. I feel like that's true. That's very true. I am an introvert at heart. I grew up being an introvert for a lot of my life, and then it was only until I started photography that I started to come out of my shell, only because I felt like I kind of had to. When you're doing photography, you have to socialize with a lot of people and network and communicate. It's a lot of communication and a lot of talking to people. So I gradually became more extroverted as the years went on. If you had met me in my early 20s, you would think I'm like a different person. I was so shy, so quiet. I would never, and one of the things is I would never stand up for myself or say like what I really wanted. Like if the makeup artist was doing something crazy, I wouldn't say anything. But now I feel like I'm in a better place where I can approach it. And sometimes it gets overwhelming to be so social all the time. Like for the condo trip that I went on with Sony, I remember it was nonstop socializing, talking about cameras, doing this, meeting so many people. I absolutely loved it. But I went back to my hotel room and I just sat there like, wow, I talked a lot today. It was fun, and then I went home and didn't speak for like a week or leave my house. You know, you gotta balance it out. You talk for like 10 minutes, you don't leave the house for a month. It's balance. I'm a Libra, I'm a scale. Gotta balance. That makes so much sense. I assume that you're really fun to work with because every single shoot you do looks like such a good time. Thank you. I try my best to, make jokes, and I don't want it to be like a boring shoot. We don't need to have like the best time of our lives, but it doesn't need to be boring. So I try to spice things up a little, make some random comments. Again, like bring up squirrels. When you have a good environment with a model, you also get great pictures. So that's also, but I don't do it because of the pictures. I do it because I like everyone to feel comfortable and have fun and make friends. Your dry sense of humor is amazing in cats. I feel like you're relatable, you have cats, you're knowledgeable, and you might belong to the neurodivergent club. Did I mention cats? I am obsessed with cats. I have 3 cats. One of my cats is sleeping right here. And one of my dreams is to start a rescue where I rescue sick cats, especially from the Middle East. Like I was thinking about doing that at some point in my life. I would love to do that. To rescue them and then bring them to be adopted and take care of them. But I don't know how I would start doing it, but that's one of the things I would love to do at one point in my life. Or just be part of an organization like that and just volunteer. Yes to the cats. I don't know what neurodivergent is. When you said that, I was like the movie Divergent, but I don't think it's not it. Divergent. Neurodivergent. What is that? Let me Google it. Neurodivergent means having a brain that works differently from the average or neurotypical person. Is that good? I guess. Yeah, sure. You stopped doing the 4 photographers videos because they are not getting as many views as before. The 4 photographers video. Okay, that's true a little bit, but let me explain. 4 photographers videos take a lot of time and now money to produce. Getting like a professional video team. I feel like each video has to be better than the other, and so I just felt so much pressure to make it even better than the last one with the video quality and like the editing and the sound. The production was just getting too big for me, and I don't think I could handle it anymore. It was like something that started out small and cute little project, and it just kind of got out of control a little bit. It was so much fun. I enjoyed every single, except maybe one of them. Maybe most of the 4 photographers, I had a great time. Planning and expectations, I think, for me became too much. I would like to bring it back this year somehow and maybe keep it a little bit more simple and maybe less overwhelming. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. I personally love making that series. It's so much fun. I love inviting other photographers, but like it just got out of control. It was, you let you open a box and then things just came out. The butterflies went and left. You don't have any tattoos. I don't, but I've very much considered getting a tattoo, and I've wanted a tattoo for a long time, but I cannot commit to having a tattoo because I don't know where I would want it. What if I don't like it anymore? What if I don't like how it turns out? I'm too indecisive, I think, to have a tattoo. But I do want one, but I don't know if I can commit to it. Reading everyone's comments on YouTube, the community tab, I loved it. Thank you guys so much for leaving your assumptions about me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.